If you want to learn how to use AnyDesk for Windows, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the full setup step by step so you can download AnyDesk, find your ID, connect to another computer, and authorize access safely and correctly. This is a great tool for remote support, working from home, helping a friend, or accessing your own PC from another location. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more easy software tutorials just like this. Alright, let's get started. First, open your web browser and go to the AnyDesk downloads page. Once you're there, download the version for Windows. After the file finishes downloading, you can either run AnyDesk as a portable app, which is a quick way to get started without doing a full installation, or you can click Install AnyDesk on the main window if you want the complete setup on your PC. If you plan to use AnyDesk often, installing it is usually the better option because it gives you a more permanent setup and makes it easier to launch whenever you need it. Once AnyDesk opens, you'll see the main screen. On this screen, look for the section labeled This Desk. This is where you'll find your unique 9-digit address, or in some cases, your alias. Think of this as your computer's remote access ID. If someone else needs to connect to your computer, this is the number or name you'll need to give them. Make sure you only share it with someone you trust, because anyone with that ID can attempt a connection. Now let's say you want to connect to another PC. On your AnyDesk window, look for the remote desk bar. This is where you enter the 9-digit ID of the computer you want to access. Type in the number carefully, then press enter or click the connect button. AnyDesk will begin trying to reach the remote computer. This part is very simple, but it's important to enter the ID exactly right, because even one wrong digit will connect to the wrong machine or fail completely. After you send the connection request, the person on the receiving computer will see a prompt asking whether they want to accept your session. This is where the other user stays in control of the connection. They must click accept to allow you in. At that point, they can also choose which permissions to grant, such as mouse and keyboard control, file manager access, clipboard access, and other remote tools. These permissions matter because they determine what you'll be able to do once connected. If they allow mouse and keyboard control, you'll be able to move the cursor and type, just like you were sitting in front of the computer. If file manager access is enabled, you may be able to transfer files between devices. Depending on the settings and permissions, you might also be able to view the screen, copy text, or perform admin tasks. This makes AnyDesk useful for tech support, troubleshooting, sharing files, and helping someone fix a problem without being physically there. While using AnyDesk, always remember that remote access should be handled carefully. Only connect to computers you trust and only allow access to people you know. If you are the one receiving support, take a moment to review the prompt before clicking accept so you understand exactly what access you're giving. That extra second of caution can help keep your computer and your data secure. And that's the basic process for using AnyDesk on Windows. You download the app, find your This Desk ID, share it or enter another computer's remote desk ID, and then authorize the connection on the receiving side. Once you understand these few steps, using AnyDesk becomes very easy and very powerful for remote access. If this video helped you, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.